Greetings, greetings. This is Brother Mark. And what we're going to do at this present time, we're going to build a tea for cancer from scratch. Cancer has many diversities, and there are many different approaches to dealing with cancer. One, you could deal with cancer in reference to utilizing adequate amounts of baking soda and water filtered through the system. Cancer has issue with dealing with baking soda, and it's been proven by different, I'll say, health practitioners overseas to be utilized. So that's one approach. Two, you change the environment in the person's body that's dealing with cancer. So if you have polluted, filtered water, for an example, you cleanse the water. So when a person has filthy fluids in their body, you cleanse the fluids in the body. That is not only the blood, which is fluids, but the lymphatic system. And through understanding, you can look this up. Your lymphatic system deals with removing primary waste out of the body. One of them is cancer. The other one is dead cells. And then the other thing that you deal with is parasites. And whenever you're dealing with parasites, you're dealing with pathogens, you're dealing with mold, and you're dealing with yeast and different forms or traits of microorganisms. That's what parasite is, or worms. Whenever there's an impact of disease in the body, worms are present. So the first herb that we're going to utilize in this tea is red clover. Red clover moves the lymphatic system, cleanses the blood. But when it comes to cancer, it has the ability to stop cancer from spreading and start in due time with consistency, reverse the effects that cancer has in the body. So we're going to use red clover. Okay, next we have is sweet wormwood, known to deal with parasites and different forms of cancer. If you do your research, the pharmaceutical drug that they primarily give for animals and people has been using this pharmaceutical drug called ivermectin. Ivermectin primary base comes from sweet wormwood. And they spin it in different cycles to make the medicine ivermectin become strong enough to give to large animals to move parasites out of the body. People has been utilizing it. But sweet wormwood is very excellent for the human being to get rid of parasites out of the body. Now, the thing is, you want to use sweet wormwood and not regular wormwood, because regular wormwood can be hazardous to your body, didn't help it. But sweet wormwood will deal with the parasites and not harm your body. Keep that in mind. Sweet wormwood. Next we have here, which is called Benlanjin. Benlanjin. This is a Chinese herb. This herb is very effective for building up the immune system in the body. That is very important, because when the immune system, which is a system that helps your body to eradicate different functions of diseases, when your immune system is down, you are subject to become sick. But what I like about this herb and what I learned, Ben Langen deals with the Epstein-Barr virus. And if you didn't know anything about that, that is linked to herpes and other diseases that goes on in the body. This is very important to have. And when you're going to use this to deal with any potential virus that's in the body that is causing different symptoms or cancer to spread. This is very important. Keep this in mind. Okay, now what we have here, a lot of people are caught onto this wave, which is soursop leaves. The Mexican deals with soursop leaves. Jamaicans deal with soursop leaves. Soursop leaves, what I love about soursop leaves, it moves the lymphatic system and has been getting a strong pull for helping individuals deal with cancer. But when you have a stagnated lymphatic system, soursop leaves is very important to take because your lymphatic system can be backed up due to a parasite in the lymphatic system. And this is one of the reasons why soursop is very effective. So we're going to utilize soursop leaves. I grind it up to blend into this tea formula instead of leaving it whole because I wanted to mix throughout the tea. So it can benefit the person every time they take scoops of this tea for their benefit. So this is grinded up soursop leaves. I'm going to add some more to this. This is the first cup. Soursop leaves. Okay, next we have burdock root. The more you cleanse the blood, the more you move the lymphatic system, you have a greater advantage to move the disease out of the body. Burdock root, the root of it is very strong, so I'm not going to use too much of it. What is more beneficial if you get your hands on it is burdock leaf, oxygen. That's one of the reasons why we use the soursop leaves, because we want to bring oxygen to the body as well. So we're going to put some burdock root to cleanse the blood and to move the lymphatic system. But burdock root also deals with the liver and the kidneys as well. So this will help the primary organs to help eliminate waste out of the body to assist the lymphatic system to get the disease out of the body. A little bit of burdock root. Okay, next herb that we have here is called yarrow. Yarrow is a very potent herb, especially when you're utilizing it correct. Yarrow is very good for controlling blood flow. Primary women will use it during their menstrual cycle when it's heavy. But the thing about yarrow, it helps stabilize the blood over a process of time. And it's a herb that don't really get talked about in assisting the body to control the blood flow. And this is one of the main reasons why I don't want to use the yarrow in this tea formula. Because you're cleansing the blood, but you also want to control it, steer it in the direction it needs to go, and that is filtering out of the body. The body has its intelligence between the two brains, the brain that you think with, and then your gut or your stomach, as they would call it, which is known as the second brain. These work through nerve endings, sending signals, and it will give direction once you establish proper communication. And yarrow will assist the blood to go in the direction it needs to go It will help start separating the bad blood from good blood. The bad blood will be converted and it will filter out of the body through what? Urine. And you get what I'm saying? Through urine, and then other assistance, it will be bowel movements. And that's why you got to have a functioning kidney whenever you have a disease, and you must have a functioning liver whenever you have a disease. They assist one another. They're family, brother and sister. Do you get what I'm saying? Brother and sisters, some people would say. So we're going to use yarrow as a herb to assist this tea in directing the blood. Let's direct the blood. Okay, next we have, it's very important herb as well. What I'm showing you right now is the herb called moringa. Moringa is very rich in a lot of vitamins. That's important because if you do your research, a cancer patient is very deficient in certain amount of vitamins. One would be vitamin D, which is very important. 2, vitamin A is missing in a cancer person or very deficient. And vitamin C is missing in a person that has cancer, but also vitamin B12. So what are you looking at? Vitamin D primarily comes from sunlight exposure that is filtered through your liver and what else? Your kidneys, utilizing your cholesterol to make the hormone vitamin D. Most people are very deficient in vitamin D because the change of workforce. What I mean, people work inside of shielded off buildings where a person's not highly exposed to sunlight. And black people, because the melanin in their skin and the dark pigmentation of their skin shields off vitamin D naturally. So a dark-skinned person will have to be in the sunlight more in order for the activation of the hormone vitamin D to filter through the body and give them benefits. Also, you have to seek out natural sources of vitamin D. And that's a whole nother topic what I'll get to. But one of the sources that you can get vitamin D is through moringa. One of the sources where you can get vitamin A is through moringa. One of the sources where you can get high levels of vitamin C is through moringa. And you can get vitamin B12, which helps repair the nervous system. Okay, so earlier we utilized burdock root, which has 102 trace amounts of minerals in it. Now we applying vitamins through natural source called moringa. Very important. Okay. Next we have well-known spice, well-known herb. These little things has power, and this is cloves. We're going to utilize cloves to be functioning in this formula along with wormwood. Wormwood will kill the adults, parasites in the body, and cloves will deal with the eggs that parasites leave around. Very important. But then you have what cancer hides in, which is called biofilm. And I'm going to show you a herb that deals with biofilm. Actually, more so a leaf. The leaves, healing of the nations. I'm going to show you a leaf later in this video that deals with biofilm that breaks it down. Which micro living organisms in the body or parasites utilize as a shield, like a turtle, shield itself away from being killed. You have to break down biofilm to get the in your cellular parasites that be in the body. Biofilm can be all over the body, but the one primary where biofilm be at is in your mouth. I'll break it down another way. It's in your saliva. Now you get it. Now you get to approach what I'm doing. I use a Chinese herb to deal with the Epstein-Barr virus. You get what I'm doing? Now I'm using 2 herbs, actually 3 herbs, to deal with parasites, which is soursop leaves, wormwood, and now cloves. Keep this in mind. Cloves. Next, what we have here is the herb I want to introduce to everybody. It's an herb that I got from the Spanish people. Citric leaf. Citric leaf from an orange. Do you get it? Citric leaf helps break down biofilm. The stubbornness of microorganisms that go in the body. I already grinded down some, but I wanted to show you whole what it looks like. Citric leaves comes from orange. You heard about them using orange peel in cancer, but I want to go to the citric leaf to help break down the biofilm to deal with the intracellular parasites. So the wormwood can get to the parasites quicker. So the cloves can get to the parasites' eggs quicker and filter the blood in the lymphatic system correctly. Citric leaf. All right. I already put it in there, but I want to show you what it looked like. You see how I'm mixing different cultures? So-called American herbs, Chinese herbs, because wormwood, sweet wormwood, Chinese people deal with that. The other herb that I introduced you to, Ban Lin Jin, deals with the Epstein-Barr virus parasite. See what I'm doing? So by God's mercy, I want the person to recover from cancer. Administrating the herbs, diet, which most important, prayer. Key to healing. God is the key to healing because he's the healer. Citric leaf deals with biofilm. There's other things that you can utilize, but I want to show you a herb that deals with it. Peace be. Peace be. Yeah. I love this thing, and I love God put me in this direction. Now we're going to show you another herb soon that deals with calming down digestion and the nervous system. All right. Citric leaf. Keep this in mind, y'all. Deals with biofilm. Okay, next we have is calomel. Calomel is very soothing for good gut health. It also calms the nervous system down. When a person is dealing with cancer, because of the pain, sometimes they're not able to get good rest. But calomel deals with the nervous system to relax the muscles, relax the nerve endings in a person to keep them smoothed or smoothed out, calm down, where the person can relax. And one of the things that you need when you're dealing with cancer. 1, sunlight. 2 is proper rest. Because when the body rests, the nervous system calms down and the body starts to go through replenishing of the cells. It goes through a cycle. And one of the things people will use besides tart cherry is chamomile to calm a person down. I use this a lot in tea formulas. It's one of my signatures. It's 2 herbs I mix together. It's like a signature to me. So we're going to use chamomile. Put that right there. Then we have something a lot of people don't know helps with cancer. And I grinded it up. And that's Sora or hibiscus. Hibiscus deals with high blood pressure. But hibiscus also cleanses the blood. And it also helps assist the kidneys. What else? In the liver. See the 2 primary organs? It's very important. You have things functioning. All right. So we'll pour that in here. Yeah. Then we got one more herb. Helps calm the nervous system as well. But it do something that is very important when a person deals with cancer. We're going to talk about that next. Okay, the next herb I said we're going to talk about is very important. And this is called lemon balm. Okay, you were saying, Brother Mark, why am you using lemon balm in a cancer formula? Primary thing that diseases like to attach itself to is what everybody keep talking about, and they stress that you need it. Protein. Well, diseases love protein as well. And when you got too much protein in the body, diseases has the comfortability and the opportunity to attach itself to and utilize it to spread through the body. Understand protein. And then when you look at protein, when you got too much of it, be fully aware disease is on its way. Do you get me? This gonna calm down the nervous system, but this also gonna push out too much protein in the body out. And you know what else this formula is dealing with? Sugar. You gotta know what cancer feeds off of. Some people say cancer is a fungus. That's okay. Some people will say cancer is a mold. Okay. Some people will say cancer is a bad bacterium that is spreading through the body. Okay. But if you take notice, I said cancer feeds off of sugar. So anything that is feeding or eating off of sugar, where's the sugar at present in your blood? That means it's a living organism that is causing fungus, that is causing bad bacterium in the body, that is causing the infections in the body. Know your sources. And when you do deep research, you'll understand why so much is going on in the body from parasites. Keep that in mind. All right. So this is the herbs that we're putting together that assist somebody with cancer. We have multiple herbs that deals with the lymphatic system. But guess what, y'all? I have a bonus that I'm going to put in this formula. Let me show you. I'm going to show you Try to get a good one and show you. And a lot of people forget about this herb. It is a good herb. Another Chinese herb. Let me show you. I'm going to grind this up, but I want to show you. This herb right here is known as self-heal or heal off. Self-heal or heal off. This thing right here is potent. Very effective. And one of its primary things it does, move the lymphatic system. You have to deal with the lymph in order to get rid of diseases. This will be the last herb that I put into this formula. I'm going to grind it up, put it in, and then we're going to mix it together. This is what I'm going to utilize to assist someone with cancer. Here's the tea. Very important, y'all. There's so many herbs that you can use for cancer. Cat's claw, Pardiaco. But you got to have an approach. And whatever your approach is important. You can use frankincense. You can use myrrh. Primarily like the oils. Put it on an affected area, especially like breast cancer and stuff like that. And you can combine it with DMSO. And through the largest organ on your body, which is the skin, that DMSO will push those two primary herbs into the affected area of cancer. So you're dealing with cancer from the inside and out. Most important thing, you have to have the mindset that you will recover from cancer. Do you understand? And you got to have the faith that you believe you will be healed from cancer. Faith. God is your healer. He don't want to administrate these herbs. I don't own these herbs. It's just by his mercy. He gives me little knowledge that I appreciate too. A lot of people say a lot of knowledge, but I say a little because I always want to put myself in position to learn, but always be willing to teach. So this is the last herb that's going in this formula. Self-heal. This is the bonus. You also can use like turkey tail for cancer too. There's different ways, but you have to be disciplined. All right, y'all. This is Brother Mark, and I say peace be. This is the formula, y'all. Once again, peace be.